Hi! I'm back. This is story time, and I'm gonna continue to play. How do I full screen this bitch? Is that all? Okay, well, I'm sorry. Continue to play Doki Doki Literature Club. Let's see. I turned the music down a bit for you guys, so hopefully it won't be too annoying. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Everyone, new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I'm Story, by the way, in the game. Anybody has not played this yet, but I heard it's supposed to be disturbing, so I'm ready for that. Girl 1. I like the hair. Yeah, I like her sweater. It's very snake-like. Awesome. They all have the same sweater, I guess, but whatever. Looks better on some of them than it does on others. Okay, girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? That's not the one I like. No, I don't know who that is. I don't have enough voices for these people! Way to kill the atmosphere! Oh my god, there's more! Ah, Story, what a nice surprise! Welcome to the club! Yeah. All words escape me in this situation. Okay, so the one on the left, she just seems like normal-ish, I guess. The one in the middle seems like she's gonna be annoying. The one on the right seems like she's just gonna be kind of cool. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Girl 2, what are you looking at? If you want to say something, just say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. I'm looking at their figures. I already was, but you know. I'm not lesbian or bisexual or anything, but I mean, if you can't appreciate a woman's body, it doesn't matter if it's anime or not, then there's something wrong with you. And if you can't admit that, then you probably also got something wrong with you. Everyone can appreciate a woman's body. That's just like your natural instinct, so get with it, people. Okay. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. Oh, so she's like a tsundere or something. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. There's my girl. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Aw, I like her though. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Story. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Story. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. I mean, Can I sit in the middle of them? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, my favorite. In case you don't know, I was going to wear my hat. You know, my little kitty ears hat. But, ow. You couldn't really tell with the, sorry, I keep adjusting my bra. I'm just bad at this. But, you can't really tell with the black background, so, you know, I'll do it in another game where it's brightly lit, because it's stormy outside, and I don't really have the correct lighting yet. Anyway, Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray, blah, blah, I read that. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Aww. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Oh, she has one of those little, like, teeth. One of those teethies. I like the little teethies. I think they're cute. The little, like, Sharpie teeth. The fang teeth. That's what I learned to call them in school, but whatever. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's a total tsundere. She's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Yeah, my character only likes anime and games or whatever. Or maybe manga, but not a good book. In real life, I do enjoy a good book. I'm actually reading one right now that nobody would know because it's just one off the internet, and it's amazing. Very impressive to find writers out there that are just like, crazily, like, you end up finding these books that are just like, I don't know, like, it's like they were almost like written for you to read, and you can just let yourself get lost for like hours. And I wish there was more I could do to help the writers of books like these, but I'm not very wealthy, so I try, but I do my best. I try to at least acknowledge them and give them the credit they deserve, like, you know, liking things or posting reviews or stuff like that, which everybody should do if you actually really enjoy the content and it's from a small creator. I mean, even a big creator, you know, but we don't always do that. Alright. Monica says, where the hell is Monica? Oh, that one. Okay. My bad. This is Monica. And that's Yuri? Okay. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Look at their little faces. She's like, I'm normal, or whatever. Average, but still cute, you know, loving them green eyes, girl. And she's just adorable. And she's just adorable. And she's adorable, but I'm not big on the whole tsundere thing. Tsundere, whatever you want to say. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Oh, I thought this girl was like grabbing her ribbon and grabbing her hair. I was like, geez, she needs to chill out. So, Story, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. I would too. I am, technically. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. That's my thing. I love it. Psychology, I could go on forever on a subject and how deep and complex the human brain is. Woo! Don't even get me started. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Yes, it is. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I guess I like that too. I like a lot of things. That's me personally, not in the story. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I would not have expected that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think, or it takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Whoops. Something double-clicked. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Look at that pose. How could somebody even stand like that? The other one's just like... they got some weird-ass poses. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Story? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. Look at them all just staring. Jeez, really? My character really loves these girls? Like, he wouldn't want to be up in there? Seemed excited after meeting all of them. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Sorry. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Dory, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. She does. I can't even do that. By the way, I'm in the most uncomfortable position right now. I don't even have a computer chair, okay? I got this computer and all this stuff, and didn't have enough money for the desk and the chair. So I'm sitting on a random like side table with a pillow on it. Very uncomfortable. My keyboard's up here. My mouse is down below on the second shelf. It's very uncomfortable for now, but I am trying. I want to get to like crazy stuff in this game. I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I also suck at writing in real life. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat with Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Story, since we're already here, do you want to walk me home? Do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. One doesn't stand out for you yet, mister? I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, does right click go back, possibly? Oh my god, it's time to write a poem. Ah! Pick the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, okay. Alright, well, let's see. I don't even know who my favorite is. I mean, I definitely don't like Natsuki. I like Sayuri and Yuri. So, okay, I'm gonna go maybe with Yuri. Let's see, what the heck would she like? She would like analysis. She would probably like analysis or question. Okay, analysis. Doki, anger, destiny, lust, poof. Poof. Who likes poof? I like poof. Vanilla, electricity, whisper, and whistle. I'll say destiny. Do they like jump up when you pick their word? Is that what's going on? I mean, jump extra high. Okay. Ocean, joy, depression, lucky, quarrel, heartbeat, vertigo, passion, unending, anime. Passion. Oh, what's her name's on top? Damn it! Well, she's okay too. She's okay. Pleasure, extreme, whirlwind, mouse, sunny, rose, intellectual, effulgent, captive, journey. Intellectual. Yeah! Heart, puppy, tragedy, variance, eternity, cute, playground together, childhood, nightgown. Am I insane, or I could have swore I thought I just said imagination was one of these words. Heart, puppy, tragedy, variance, Zhang. Dang plus damn equals Zhang, somehow. I'm gonna say, okay, they're going with heart and passion. I thought that was meaning more like intellectually, like, you know, imaginative type, but they're going more with like heart and passion meant like someone who's energetic, and you know, passion meaning like, you know, about it. Okay, so let's see. Infallible, dream, ambient, dark, waterfall, after image, meager, broken, vivacious, and feather. Waterfall. Oh, okay. Sweet, anxiety, socks, clouds, explode, embrace, hope, desire, skipping. I said shipping and kitty at the same time. Skipping and kitty. I want to say... Oh, I did it again! I knew that was wrong. Pout, pure disaster, rainbow, charm, horror, fun, landscape. Boop. Boop! Oh, I kind of like the boop though. I like landscape and horror. But I'm not supposed to be picking specifically for me. I'm supposed to be picking, I guess, for which girl I think would like. I don't know why Monica's not on there, but okay. Marshmallow has been all I'm eating lately. I don't know why. I'm on a marshmallow kick. Those little mini marshmallows, yes. Beauty, melody, wrath, awesome, giggle, loud, grief, determination. Yeah. Unrequited, imagination, I already know. Sugar, hopeless, fickle, existence, fluffy, happiness, universe, uncontrollable tears, and nature. If this was me, I'd have a hard time picking. I'm a very undecisive person for myself. I'd have a hard time between probably fluffy, happiness, universe, and nature. So, alright. But I'm trying to pick for Yuri for the most. But if it goes with Sayuri, then, you know, that's okay too. Suicide, headphones, love, kiss, disoriented, fear, time, spinning, unrestrained, and melancholy. If this was me in real life, I'd go with probably love, spinning, and unrestrained. But for her, Yuri, the mostly, what the heck would she like? Time? Yeah. Right. Adventure, strawberry, silly, papa, parfait, color, sparkle, starscape, shiny, and bunny. Me personally, I'd go for adventure, silly, color. Oh, I'd have a hard time with this one. Sparkle and shiny and starscape. Oh gosh. But let's see. What would she like? Oh, okay. Alright. Well, that's alright too. Jumpy, prayer, disarray, excitement, sunset, comfort, rain cloud, portrait, entropy, and precious. I would probably like excitement in real life. Comfort. Alright. Judgment, fantasy, graveyard, warm. Hop, Hawaii, amazing, inside, bad, whoopsie. What would she like? Ah, shiznit. Tenacious, cheer, heaven sent, atone, lollipop, alone, daydream, calm, massacre, despise, tenacious, cheer, heaven sent, atone, lollipop, alone. They kind of rhyme. Massacre, despise. Alright. What would she want? Probably daydream? Ah, shiznitter. Cry, peaceful, inferno, flying. I was doing good with my Yuri. Bouncy, forgive, dance, sadness, hair, and misery. Okay, so anything that's crazy is probably gonna be Sayori. What? How is freaking peaceful, Sayori? Are you certain? Son of a b-ball. Memories, treasure, wonderful, pink, pain, candy, skirt, covet, blanket, email. I think Yuri would either like, she might like memories? Ah, shizit. Damn it. Disown, chocolate, vivid, bliss, friends, empty, uncanny, raindrops, vibrant, cheeks. That's the name of a stray cat in my neighborhood, so I kind of like cheeks. Yeah. Peace, climax. Took me a little harder than I thought it was to do that. I can't wiggle my eyebrows, but I can at least do the. I wish I could. No, I can't. Hurt, secretive, sticky, extraordinary, incongruent, smile, milk, and fireworks. What would she like out of here? I feel like... Damn it! I think I fudged up and I got mostly... Hi again, story. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. Oh, thanks for keeping your promise, Story. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Look at her face. It's so cute! Like, what's not to like? You know? Little heart. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga? What? Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Story always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work. Without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. I almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Story can become good friends too. I hope so. Oh, look at that, so cute. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori... me? Not really. Don't be so shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, and it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Okay. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I'll look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Okay, so I'm getting the idea of, like, all of their, mentalities and personalities, you know, stuff like that. I think you're supposed to be picking, maybe? Like, leaning towards one of the girls, that's why they put so many, that are so different. You know, like, there's something kind of there for everybody to choose, so I'm thinking it's going to want you to be picking one of them, or something like that, and something terrible is going to happen depending on which storyline you go through, you know, with the other ones, or to the one that you like, I don't know. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. So, does that mean that my poem thing picked Yuri? I thought I was gonna pick the other one. Or does this just always happen, maybe? I catch a glimpse, because I haven't seen any real decisions I've had to make yet. I catch a glimpse at the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, that's cute. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Suddenly makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. And no matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. So maybe she's into the darker stuff like I am in real life, and she just she's too shy to really say anything, or maybe she's actually kind of evil, and nobody knows. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, story? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? What again? Sorry. Oh, the little... I wish I had long hair so I could do the little... I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Yeah, me too. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. It must be because I chose stuff that she liked, so it took me, like, towards her path or something, you know? I'm not sure, though. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye, and I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and then hold my book more between the two of them. Oh, that's so cute! At least he's going after the woman I like. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. I was hoping I'd finally get some other angles, going on. I'm gonna adjust my seat. Hopefully, it's gonna be the best when this thing I'm sitting on breaks and you just randomly see me just fall down. That's gonna be great. I'm waiting for it because it is a little rickety, but I ain't afraid of nothing. Anyway, Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. And that's how I hold a book. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. Or no, I hold my books in the middle, like, here's my little thing for my fingers. This is how I hold a book. Even the big ones, and it does start to hurt my fingers after a while. That way, I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? You turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient with you if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. See, I like the other images. I'm not a big fan of this, like, them just standing in front of me like this. Like, that was nice, the little, moving on to a different image. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but story, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What did you say all of a sudden? Okay, everyone! I like the little as you could tell. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri's house, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then I slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Hold on, let me save right here. Yeah. Oh, this still does this? I love it. Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Oh my gosh, I could not do this in real life. I mean, I guess I could, but it wouldn't be good. I mean, like, I get embarrassed, but I'm not as hard to embarrass as, like, I used to be. But I just know that my poem would be total bullshit. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Sorry, that was somebody behind me. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. Now, finally, I get a choice! Yay. Actually, I'm gonna save over my last save and stick it right there. Hells yeah. Hells yeah! Who should I show my poem to first? What do you think? Who would you show it to? Not like you can answer. But, you know I'm gonna show it to my girl Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Yeah, that's why. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. What is that? Did I say that out loud? Who's going to hate me? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Oh, she's doing it. But I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? But she's doing this thing. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Harry stares at me blankly. Is that blankly? And then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Look at how cute she is. I hope I'm half as cute as that girl, because that's cute. That's cute. I like. That's cute. Right there, yeah. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? So this is Yuri's poem. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Is that what they call cursive? Script? I guess it's, yeah, because when you choose fonts, it's always script, whenever you're trying to do whatever. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Jerry? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, story. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all this, and in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Story. Me too. Yeah, we got my main girl. She's lovey-dovey with me already. This is everything I've ever wanted. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. I actually think I might go, though, because I don't want to make this too long, because it is just a lot of reading, so it's probably boring as hell. So I'm going to go. I will save this, and I'm going to leave this. So, I hope you all had a great time. Oh, I realized I was way up here. Well, shit happens. I was in the inner. I'm going to work on fixing my whole little setup in the future. As you can see, all of this, it's very difficult to try and, get it all the way I like. I play games, but I'm not a technical person. Like, I have to understand all of this. This is way too technical for me. I have to understand. It was a pain in the ass just to figure out how to wear my headphones, but still get stuff. I mean, it's crazy. Because I'm only using my webcam on my computer. I have a bunch of digital cameras, so as soon as I get better, I am thinking of putting them up in different places, maybe getting different angles, and then being able to cut together stuff, because I'm going to start playing. I have some actual horror games that I really want to play, but I'm waiting to play, so you guys can watch it. So, I'm waiting to do that. So, when I get scared and freak out, you want to have some good angles on that. So, anyway, I'll stop talking, shut the hell up, and I hope you have a good day. And if no one told you, then I love you. Oh yeah, you're seeing my trick. Bye. Smoochies.